on WCIA 3 Plus. With your host, Kelly Finley. This is The New Kid on the Block.
Welcome to the show. I am Kelly Finley, the new kid on the block. If you've never tuned in or you have, thank you so much. What we do around here is I get to connect to local leaders, local movers and shakers, and people who are very proud of where they come from or maybe where they work now or where they've moved to. And they're helping me to get to know my new hometown a little bit better, with a whole lot of fun wrapped around that. As I love to do on each episode, I have my guest introduce themselves, and they tell you which, city they're from, what they want to talk about, all that good stuff, and then we get right to the conversation at hand. I have a young man in studio with me today. How are you?
Fine. I like your style, young man.
Let them know who you are.
This is Candy Foster. Entertainer, mostly blues and R&B, the old school entertainer.
Love it. Welcome to the show. I have been waiting months to have this conversation with you.
Oh, well, I hope you don't be too disappointed.
No, I'm already excited and happy because of someone of your stature is here. When I told a couple people you were coming on the show, they were so excited and they wanted to come in here, and I said no.
Yeah, I understand. I had the same problem.
Okay, so let's help people to understand who you are. This hour discussion that we're going to talk about what you do, where you come from, what you love to do, what your hopes are, what your dreams are, and what I need to know when it comes to calling Central Illinois home.
Yes. Well, that says it all in one big fat thing. But I have fulfilled a whole lot of my dreams, the good, the bad, and the ugly. So that's kind of the way I describe my life. Mm-hmm. I'm a young man coming from Danville, Illinois. I was born and raised in Danville. I went to school there. And at a real young age, I come to move to Champaign-Urbana. Mm-hmm. And, there was a little more work, a little more of this, a little more ladies, a little more everything. So
in Champaign?
Yes.
What was the reason for the move to go from Danville to Champaign?
Opportunity.
And what age were you?
18.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a big age.
Oh, yeah. A strange age.
Why so?
Because you don't really, you know what you want. You think you know what you want,
mm-hmm.
but you don't really know how to get there. All you know is you got the urge. And the one thing I did know is I wanted to be an entertainer or a singer or whatever you want to call it. I was pretty stuck on that. But
when you were growing up, was there someone around you who you wanted to emulate yourself after because they were so good at being an entertainer or a singer or a musician?
Well, that's the one lovely thing about Danville. First of all, it started with my mother. My mother was a singer. A mother first, but a singer. Mm-hmm. And fact is that I come along at the wrong time for her, as she was 17, 18 when I came up. And I think that she would have probably went a lot farther, but she chose to be a mother rather than a singer. Mm-hmm. So she kind of just backed off of her career. So at the time, I didn't understand that. Even when I was, got to be 16, 17 years old, but because I was around professional people, but I didn't know they were professionals. Like Wes Montgomery and, it's a lot about Jack McDuff that came out of Champaign. He was one of the top organists, 5 organists in the country at the time. There's a lot of singers, and a lot of stuff that was in the neighborhood. Bobby Shark, and I even knew the Van Dyke brothers. I think I went to school with one of them.
Mm-hmm.
So my point being is, you're there, but you don't know you're there. You know, you're shopping, but you don't know what you're shopping for.
Mm-hmm. So you were surrounded by so much talent and greatness, but because you grew up with it, it was pretty normal to you.
Yeah,
it sounds like.
and I didn't really know how famous they were until I got older.
What happened for you to say, wait a minute here, this person was at my house, or this?
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
Right.
And I'm like, I get over here and people be talking about them, and yeah, well, they was over my mother's house. My mother used to, they played piano for her, keyboards, and they look at me like, what?
Wow.
Like, yeah, that's true. But at the time, but I did pay attention to my mother because I'd come and hang around and watch her rehearse at home. She had one, of course, we talking a long time ago. Had a big toe when the thing wind up.
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about.
The platinum disc, and they put that on there and wind it up. I'm like, oh, okay.
Gotta wind it.
Yeah, I'm don't wind it too tight.
Right. Oh my goodness.
But so I sat there and listened to her rehearse, and the more I watched her and more we did things, I realized that, this is a pretty good thing. But I didn't really know that I could sing, I mean, I'm just interested, but I didn't know about being a real singer, So I started doing singing groups.
What was your first
doo-wops. The doo-wops. And my first group was I think was in middle school. The Shades, the Five Shades.
I'm writing this down. The Five Shades.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we all wore shades. Quite desperate.
And what were the Five Shades singing?
The doo-wops, we were singing tunes like Platters.
Temptations?
No, Temptation wasn't ready then.
They weren't ready. That wasn't that year. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
we were Temptations.
You were
Hank Ballard and the Midnighters.
Oh, okay.
The Drifters and all them people.
Okay.
I come that close to being in the Platters one time.
Tell me more.
Well, it comes to find out that their private piano player and the music director was from Danville. And the family lived in Georgetown. And but that's Danville too. Yeah. So the thing is,
and this is all new to me because I was thinking you were saying Georgetown like D.C. Georgetown.
Oh no!
So you're saying Georgetown,
Illinois, right down the street from Danville.
Okay. So this person, what instrument did they play?
He's a pianist.
Pianist. Okay.
Yeah.
So he's from Georgetown.
Yes.
Very close to Danville.
Yes.
Okay. Tell me more.
And his sister was a big fan of Thompson's. He was a big fan of mine at the time, and that's when I started getting into the band stuff. And I'd play in Danville at least 2 or 3 times a month at the American Legion and the Elks, and they'd all come to hear me. So evidently she told her brother, next time you come down, I want you to hear this guy. And that he's a singer. He said, well, okay. So just so happens that this one time I I was coming in the Legion, and she said, my brother's coming into town, and I think he's going to come and hear you. And sure enough, he did. And I was very happy. But I said, well, what does he do? Who he play for? And she said, he plays for the Platters. I'm like, whoa. Oh, I love that group. And I'm like, he's a big time.
Right.
So I did my little thing, and he seemed like he was pleased. It wasn't nothing much said, but so I went on, and so I was anxious to hear from her.
Right.
What'd they say? What'd they say?
You probably like checking in with her repeatedly.
Yeah. But anyway, she said, well, they fooled around there. Finally, she said he told her, just before he got ready to leave, he said, if that young man you talk really wants to do something, tell him we got an audition coming up when we get back to Chicago and such a date. And if he wants to come up, I'll sponsor him. And I'd be like, what? So I'm getting ready for this, and I'm like, I got over the shock, and then I go through that. And so, make a long story short about it, I did audition, and they offered me a spot.
They offered you a spot.
Yes.
What year is this?
I knew you would ask me that. It's been so long ago.
All right, we don't have to worry about that part. They offer you a spot, and what did you do?
Well, I went through after I got over the shock, went home, and everything, and like I'm saying, I was getting ready to get married. I had a kid. I'm like, I don't know what to do. They were leaving for Japan that next week. They would go, he said, we coming to Chicago, we're going to prep you, do this and that. If you have your bags packed, because once you get here, we're not coming back nowhere else. We headed right to Japan. So you either in or you out. And I looked and I walked around, I talked to them, I walked. But so anyway, the bottom line is I didn't go because I couldn't leave my family. I didn't, and I was young. I didn't know what to do. So I backed out.
That was a big decision, though.
Oh, yeah, it really was.
Do you think about it often?
Well, yeah, I've had a second thoughts about that a lot of times, but that happened to me a couple of times, but that was one of the main ones. But I often wondered what would have happened if I'd have went.
That what if?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But a friend of mine told me a long time ago, and he's a blues singer, Bobby Rush. He told me, he said, Foster, I know about that. Don't look back. Keep on pushing.
That's right. Because you know what? You only get one family.
That's right. And I know a lot of musicians that lost good families.
And you don't get time back. Time waits for no one.
No, I know. And some of them guys told me stories. And man, I'm building my second family because I lost my first family.
See? All right, we're up against our first break. When we come back, I want to know what songs your mom sang to you when you were little, Candy Foster.
All right.
And how did you get the name Candy?
Oh, I know that was coming.
We're going to take our first break. Stay with us. More New Kid on the Block right after this.
Thank you.
Welcome back to the New Kid on the Block. I am Kelly Finley. I'm your host. So excited to have you here, but even more so to have my guest here, Candy Foster, a musician of many years, many talents, and many stories. And so when we were in break, I always do this. I ask people if there's things that they don't want to talk about on the show, or maybe they really do, just because I appreciate you being here and you're my guest, and so I want you comfortable. So I asked you if I could ask you your age, because listen, a lot of women, me included, we don't talk about our age. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But I asked you if I could ask you about your age, and you said yes. So, Candy Foster, how old are you?
Well, I just had a birthday.
You did? Okay, what day?
That's what day is tax day?
April 15th.
A day after.
Okay, April 16th. You really did just have a birthday. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And a friend of mine that's in Florida right now, you dirty dog, he just gets around. He lets me know. He calls me.
Dirty dog.
Yeah. It's 85 here and all that old stuff. But anyway, he sent me a package, and I go to the door and get the box. And first of all, it's a box of candy. I'm like, oh, okay, candy. And then I open it up, and it's a fire extinguisher. He said, this is a fire extinguisher. It's going to put all them candles.
I knew it. I knew you were going to say that. I knew it.
When you light that candle, it's going to blow up. The whole neighborhood. To say this, you're looking at an 88-year-old man.
What'd you say? Wow.
88. I turned 88, 16th this month.
88. I told you I would be surprised.
Oh, yeah, I am too.
And first of all, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Do you view birthdays differently now that you are in your 8th decade of life, almost 9th?
Yes, I appreciate them a lot, but I don't dwell on it. I think other people do, but because they are truly amazed at when I tell them at the time it was 87, they like, oh, that can't be right.
Well, especially the pace that you keep
Right.
with your life.
Right.
Because there are people who are in their 40s who aren't doing what you're doing.
That's true.
88.
Yeah. And, it's amazing. I always say, I got older, well, I always figure like this. Everybody's here for a reason. And that's why I do a lot of things where I don't get paid. I don't do a lot of this and that. I try to answer the call when people need help, to help raise money and all kinds of stuff. I get scholarships. I get help people that's cancer. I was doing the Daily Bread soup kitchen.
I volunteer there.
Yeah. Well, I raised money for them for at least 10 years straight. And I go back to it, but I went to the scholarship Parkland scholarship thing. Then I get out $25,000 this past.
$25,000.
Yeah, endowments.
So let me ask you this,
did
because you said each person has their reason, right?
Yes.
What's your reason?
My reason is because I care about people. I'm a people person, and I always have been. I speak to everybody. I'm driving along. I even wait with people I don't know.
You must have family from the South doing that, because that is so Southern. It really is.
I know. And a lot of people think I'm from the South.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because I moved here from Mobile. I'm originally from Michigan.
Yeah,
but I
right.
moved here from Mobile, and it's so interesting what Southern hospitality looks like.
Oh, I know.
Wow. I mean, and people will almost crash to wave to you to
Yeah.
make sure that you are seen and you are heard and you feel good and you understand that you're being acknowledged. And so you saying that,
Yeah.
I know someone in your family is from the South.
Oh yeah. My mother's side, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my grandpa, he's old farmer, he old they raised and butchered everything they did.
Okay. Where did they live?
Actually, like Forest City, Arkansas, and all that in that area. Yeah.
Speaking of your mom, before we went to break, I said I wanted to know what songs did she sing to you when you were a little guy?
Well, let's put it this way. I first have to break it down to let you know. Have you ever heard Diana Washington?
Yes.
That's pretty much my mother.
Really?
Yeah. You hear Diana Washington? And around here in Danville a long time ago, they used to call her the young Diana Washington.
How did that make you feel?
Great. Especially when I got to go see Diana Washington finally, when I got, up, supposed to be grown, but, and some buddies of mine, they would say, well, we go to Chicago, what you want to do? I said, man, I'm going to find out where Diana Washington is. They said, yeah, she's got a nightclub at the time. And I said, I don't care what else we do, I'm going to see Diana Washington. And we got there, and man, it's a nice club. It was a nice club right downtown Chicago. And the maitre d' come on in, he said, come on, we're going to take you to your seat. I grabbed him by the arm, and I said, wait a minute. I had somebody, and I put some money in his hand. I said, I'm going down there.
And where was down there?
Front row.
Okay.
The front row. And he said, okay. And we went on
Because
down
money
there.
talks.
Yes. And it was the best, I don't remember how much it was, best money I ever spent, because I sat there and I listened to her, and then she said, finally when she sung this, it wasn't hit, This Bitter Earth, she sat on the side of the stage, and I mean, I could almost touch her. And it was singing, and I looked around the crowd, and it's dark a little bit, but I could see these women and people. Some of the women were crying. And I was fascinated by that. I said, man, I told the guys, I said, now I really know what I want to do. I see something that I don't do nothing else. I want to be a singer.
Because music, I mean, it speaks to the moment.
Yes.
You hear a great song, you remember where you were when.
Yes.
That time of your life. That's a gift.
Yes, it is. It's not that she was the greatest singer. It's the way she put it over.
Gotcha.
The feeling and the expression. And I tell everybody, I'm just a normal singer, but I'm more of an entertainer. I try to entertain you and make it point and sell what I'm putting out there.
Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to take another break.
Yes.
When we come back, we're going to talk about the difference between being a singer and an entertainer.
That's a lot of difference.
Oh, I can't wait to hear that. And then also, I need to know about this name of yours.
Oh, yes.
I need to know.
I was trying to get around that
I
one.
know, I saw you. I had my mom eyes on you.
Yeah.
Stay with us.
All
We're
right.
taking another break, and we'll be back with more New Kid on the Block right after this.
It's going to be a long time.
You see my slug bug right there, Candy?
Yes,
You see me
that's
waving
nice.
to you? Look at me. I'm just zooming on down the road.
Woo!
Down University right there.
Yes.
Welcome back to the show. Candy Foster is a musician. He revealed that he's 88 years young, had a recent birthday, so we're celebrating the birth of this young man and learning more about what he does and really what makes you tick. And we were talking about just your name. It means something. It means something. And it's so much more than music. As I was saying in the break, you know, music brings people together. It really blurs the boundaries that some people maybe have built around them and their families. Letting people, you know, come together as one, white and black and Hispanic and young and old. And because when you see people bopping their heads.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah, I love that.
You know you hit the right note.
Yes, I know. You know, it never has been about money to me. That's what I get up there for, to see people enjoy and put the smile and pat their foot and you know, just waving their head. Yeah, that's good. I'm like, oh, okay, this is what I'm here for. This is my job.
There you go. Well, and before we went to break, I said I wanted to know. Oh, wait, before I go there, tell me about this name, sir. Tell me. You
almost got him, didn't I?
See, he's thinking I forgot, but you know, I got that mom brain.
Right.
And I can hear everything, and I can see everything.
Yeah.
So when did you become known as Candy Foster?
Wow. I'm not going to go into the whole story because we don't have time, but it really did. The candy part didn't come from music. It came from I was playing EI league in basketball, and then when I came here is Champaign, Urbana, a lot of the guys I had played against around the area, they said, "Come on, we want you on our team. You live here now." So I said, okay, but it was in the middle of the season, and when we would start playing, I had a jersey, but I didn't have my name on it because I just started. And we was up around Chicago playing, Chicago Heights, that's what they called it then. And they put me in. And the crowd wasn't all that big, but it was about 3 or 4 young ladies in the stand.
Always the ladies.
Yeah, they were having fun picking at out of town guys. And then when I come in there, they're like, you know, they read their name on the back.
Right.
And they're like, uh-oh, he don't have no name. And so I'm running out the floor, and they said, the guy with the no name. and one of them said, Candy Man. So they started saying that, Candy Man. Every time I get the ball, they say, Candy Man. So when the game was over, we got on the bus coming home. The guys on the team started signifying, Candy Man. They was teasing me about it. So it kind of stuck around there, and I said, well, I don't care. But then when I started this band, started playing in the band, they said, well, they wanted a front man. So they got so-and-so in the front man, Twisters in the front man, or whoever. Say, Gerald Foster. They like, oh, no, that ain't it.
Wait. I mean, at that point, because that's your, as they would say, your government name.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? I mean, and people are saying that's not it. You're like, wait a minute, but that's me.
Yeah. And they're like, my daddy got offended. That's well, they didn't think it was a show name. So they asked me, you got a nickname? I said, no, I don't. I said, I got guys call me Candy sometimes, tease me about that. There it is.
There it is.
It took off right away.
And the legend was born.
Yeah.
Candy. That's where that comes from.
Yeah.
Wait, and do a lot of people know that you were a basketball player?
Oh, no, I wasn't that good.
Well, I mean, they wanted you on the team.
Oh, yeah, I was a good rebounder. I could play now.
Okay, so defense was your friend.
Yes.
Okay.
I wasn't no slouch.
Okay.
I
So
just wasn't going to make the NBA.
me neither.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's where Candy comes from. Gotcha.
Yeah, and they started using that, and it just kind of stuck.
Yeah, it was pretty sweet.
Yeah.
See that?
And they said, well, the females, they like it anyway because they always after him.
But what did your mother call you, though?
Oh, she didn't call me no Candyman.
I see.
No.
So that means when you heard Gerald, you knew something was up.
Yeah.
You had to handle some business.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'm glad you told me that. All right, so you're a singer, but you also talked about being an entertainer. What is the difference between the two?
A singer is somebody that's got a real good voice. And sometimes, then if they're really good, they know what to do with the voice. It's like everybody could drive a car.
That's
I
right.
mean, most
right.
people out here, they drive a car, but some can drive better than others.
Some are race car drivers.
Right, yeah. Some of them, they're just blood.
Are there any people, any singers that you can think of when you say singers and they know what to do with that voice that come to mind? Any names that we would recognize?
Oh, yeah. Well, you take Stevie Wonder, Luther Vandross. Shoot, you got Gladys Knight, Aretha Franklin. They know what to do with those songs. You got to have the pipes in one thing, but you got to know when the hole, when the roll, the twinkle, and break it down.
Yes.
And it's like a good car. When you got to get out of the way, you got to boom, hit it.
Got to merge.
Yeah. So that's the key to that. And the entertainment part is the expression. It's like actor.
Okay.
And they can give you a script that you could read, but then another guy, a person could get up there and not only read it, they can act it.
So they bring life to that. Okay.
That part. And that's what you're supposed to do. And so some of the singers would tell me that's why they like to do songs that they can relate to. Because it's like you're inventing another story that you've been familiar with.
So as an entertainer, are you singing and looking out into the audience and playing to that audience?
Oh, yeah. You feed off each other.
Okay. I bet you most audiences don't understand that.
No, they don't, but
you do.
I do. Yeah. But, and the thing about it is, though, the hard part is to learn how to do it when there's only 5 people or 35 people or 30,000 people. You got to be able to be consistent or you're not going to be good at it.
As with anything in life.
Right.
All right, we're going to take another break. When we come back, we're going to talk more about your journey. And really, at what point did that switch flip on to go from singer to entertainer? Don't answer yet.
Oh.
When we come back, let me know. Quick break, back with more on New Kid on the Block right after this. Welcome back to the New Kid on the Block. I'm Kelly Finley. I'm your host. Been talking to Candy Foster about, yes, being a musician, but also being an entertainer and his journey to getting there. And, you know, there is purpose and meaning in a name. And your name, I'm telling you, I told a couple people you were coming on the show, and they were so excited.
Right.
And,
Thank you.
you know, you're welcome. When I was growing up, you know, my parents impressed upon me the importance of representation. Like, it's not just your name. You're representing your family, your mama,
Right.
your daddy, your
Oh,
this,
yes.
right? And
Yes.
so if you're acting up, you're representing them, and if you're doing good, you're representing them. And you were saying how your family member, your grandkids, have a good time with the Candy Foster name.
Oh, yeah, they really do.
Aw.
Well, actually, their mamas and dad do, too. So, but, you know, I'm very happy and proud of that. Because, you know, I've looked around and I've been around musicians and just people in general, and that's not always the case.
That's right. That's right.
Some of them don't want to even acknowledge their parents.
You mentioned that you didn't see yourself hitting this age, especially as a musician. Is it because life has so many twists and turns?
Yes, especially, you know, decades of you know, I went through a period where my first part of my life in the music business was basically dominated by, you know, the black families and the black music and the black everything.
Mm-hmm.
That was part of my history. And then later in life, you know, the Vietnam War came along, the conflict or whatever, that was pretty instrumental in my switch over.
How so?
Well, it's kind of weird because for the same reason that I got on board, that's the base, Air Force Base here, Snoop Field Air Force Base was booming.
Mm-hmm.
Doing they was recruiting young kids, and music and all that other stuff it was just like a big college town on base, and there was a lot of young people from all over the country, and then they had the black kids too, but the base was set up for the clubs, Air Force clubs, you know, the NCO clubs, even the officers clubs. They had a basic music, country western, pop music, blah, 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 blah. And after a while, they was getting a lot of black kids coming in there, and that they come to the NCO clubs and the Airmen's Club, and it just exploded.
Did word travel to you that your genre of music was wanted or needed, or were you one of the kids that was hanging out on base and realized, hey, there's a space?
It was worse than that. It was worse than that. It exploded, and I'm telling you, it exploded. We got a call. I say we. A friend of mine that was older musician that got me started in being a lead singer. Which had a jazz band, and he said, "Call me." I don't know. It was late, 10 o'clock at night, and so I said, "What's wrong, man?" He said, "Man, you still got your band?" I said, "Well, sure. Can you play tomorrow?" I said, He said, "Tomorrow. We need you right now." I said, "What's going on?" He said, "The black soldiers up there is starting to go crazy. They got a barricade on the Airmen's Club." They said they're tired of the music. We don't want we want some R&B music, black music. We ain't nobody gonna have no music. So the commander had called him from the base and told him, anybody, any black band that want to play, get them up here to play. So we had black bands all weekend, all the week.
It was Essence Fest before Essence Fest came.
Yes. I never will forget that.
They barricaded the doors until they heard music that reflected them.
Yeah.
Candy.
And from that day on, there was all kinds of stuff going on. And we had worked it.
What was the name of your band at that time?
Soul Brothers.
The Soul Brothers. So you went from the Five Shades to the Soul Brothers, or were there many names in between?
Oh, Lord, yes. Shades of Blue, I mean, the Five Shades was nothing but a singing group like the Temptations or something. But
you're grabbing some notes, so I know you're going to share with me something else, too.
There's the Soul Brothers.
Let me see. I'm going to show it on camera, too. These are the Soul Brothers?
Yeah. And that was that was the main group, and then there was another group later behind you on the flip side.
Okay. Oh my goodness, looking like everybody's uncle and auntie right there.
Yeah.
Wow, Candy. Everybody is sharp too.
Oh, well, back then you dressed.
That's right.
On stage. Yeah, you dressed on stage.
We're not going to even discuss what some people have on stage nowadays.
No. They
Too much.
No way.
Too much. Can I tell you, I love the fact, when you look at this picture, let's see if you can see it, right? I see black people and I see white people.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful.
I did that the rest of my career.
We need more of that across life.
Oh, yeah. I got criticized about it, too, at one time.
What'd they say?
Well, the hood was saying, well, he got too many white people in his band. He get there. And then I was on the other end, he got too many black people.
You can't win for losing.
I go on campus and the man told me one time, he said, I like your music, man, but how many black people in that band? I said, well, they are. It's 6. And 2 white guys, and the rest is black. Oh, no. We can't use you.
Isn't that something?
Yeah, that was on campus.
Really?
Yeah, that was like that back then.
But
That's the one thing I loved about the base. Air Force Base, they didn't care.
What was the name of the Air Force Base?
Snoot Field.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we ended up going to 5 or 6 other states playing in Air Force bases and Army bases.
When you went past those barricades and you played, when you and your band played, tell me the band name again.
Soul Brothers.
The Soul Brothers. Do you happen to remember the first song you played and what the reaction was when you hit that mic?
Oh man! All I know it was yeah. That's a good question. I think it was a James Brown song.
How perfect is that?
Yeah.
You read the room.
Right.
You read the room.
Yeah.
You knew, especially during that time.
And I remember doing a song with Joe Tex. I remember the skinny leg. Lady with the skinny leg.
No, I don't remember that.
Joe Tex, you need to hear that sometime.
Okay, I'll put it on my list.
Yeah, I used to have fun with that song. It's a comedy song.
Oh my goodness.
But so that was they were getting ready to send me to Vietnam, and half my band couldn't go. They was like, I was the youngest one in the whole band. So
really,
yeah.
About how old were you at that time?
I was in my 20s. And most of them other guys. Well, and that other band, the young lady,
Yes.
now she was younger than me. But
There's a glare. I
Yeah,
know.
but all the other guys were older guys.
Gotcha. Oh my goodness. Okay, we have another break. When we come back, I want to know more about what you saw beyond the music. Spaces that you were in, times in which you experienced something a little different,
Yeah.
and how you were still able to come out singing so beautifully and so wonderfully in spite of. Okay?
Okay.
All right, we'll be right back with more New Kid on the Block right after
All right.
this.
All right.
All right now.
But
Welcome back to the New Kid on the Block. My guest, Candy Foster, is giving me all this great information. Okay, this is an article written about him because he received an award. And you wanted me to flip it over? Here? This way?
yeah.
This way?
Now that's right there
Mm-hmm.
is one of the things that happened. Yeah, you got everything on there.
I got everything
yeah,
on there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay. Here, and I'm going to hand it back to you.
Okay.
Okay? That's the beauty of us sitting so close to each other.
Yeah.
What did you want to show me? What did you want to tell me about that particular time?
Well, it leads up to the question you was talking about. You want to know more about the personal life.
Yes.
Well, for one thing, family values and stuff like that, it has a lot to do with why I came back home and started. I was working out of Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Okay, then.
Yeah, I did shows there and all the time. I left. Actually, I moved there for a while, and then there's all the other stuff that I did. I lived in Decatur for a bit, so music was taking me, and I was searching around there, and but getting back to the travel, when we was in Air Force Base, Wright Pat Air Force Base, around, Michigan Air Force Base.
Suffrage?
Huh?
Was it suffrage?
Wright Pat. Right. See, that was at Michigan. It was one of the big Air Force bases at the time. But anyway, we in Ohio, I think. That was in Dayton.
Okay.
We did all the shows. And what happened was that we was invited to a nightclub. They was wine and dine us after the shows, and there was a band playing. They asked us to come up and do 2 or 3 songs. So we get up there, out there and get our stuff. Did these songs, come out, and our band is gone. With all our most of the instruments outside the horn players, because they had them in there when we was set up to do something with them, with another band. And somebody ripped us off. It was a setup. Boy, almost got us in there while we was on bandstand. They was ripping us off. Took the whole thing, the band. So I bring it up because we lost a lot. We had drums. I mean, we had good stuff. B3 Hammonds and all the kind of stuff in there. And we lost a lot. Champaign, Urbana, and all the surrounding people, they got together and started raising money. We had a little function. They kept sending money in on TV, on the radio, all that.
Wow. What does that say about your community?
That's right. And that's, I made it a point of saying, this is home. I'll go play somewhere, but this is the
This
base.
is home.
This is home.
And there's nothing like saying this is home, because so many people live places and they're always searching. They're always trying to find.
Right.
But you found.
Yeah, these people always been overwhelmingly good with me and my surroundings, my family, and whatever. So, what can I say? And that's why I try to give back, because they have been good to me.
That is so beautiful.
The Candy Foster, they certainly look out for Candy Foster, and I'm want to do the same thing for them in this community. Look out for Champaign, Urbana, and all of the little towns around.
What are you hoping, as we wrap up, what are you hoping your legacy leaves behind?
Good question, because I feel like I want to say, first of all, I always say to the young people, God bless the child has got his own. Take care of yourself so you can take care of everybody else around you. If you can't help yourself, then you can't help nobody else. So what I really like to leave is the fact that in other words, I guess what I'm saying is that when you speak to people, that's the cheapest thing in life that you can do, is say hello, how are you doing? It don't cost you nothing to say that. And you don't have to know them. You don't have to, it's got nothing to do with who they are, where they are, what color they are. They're people. And that one big person might be the one that help you or help your daughter or son or whoever it may be. I help them so somebody can help others.
That is such a generous way for us to wrap up our talk. Well, I am so thankful that you joined me.
Well, I'm thankful to be here with you, because I have another reason why I was here, because I think that you fit right here in Champaign, Urbana. And I hope that you think about staying for a while. I don't know how your family feel, but we have already adopted you.
Oh, I will stay as long as they'll have me here.
Well, if I got anything to do with it, you could be here a long time.
Thank you, Candy.
Yes.
I've already adopted myself into your family, so this is perfect.
Well, that's all right. That's all right.
I so appreciate you joining me, and I appreciate you tuning in to our discussion on this edition of The New Kid on the Block. Be sure to join us next week, same time, same place, right here. Have a great day.